Hey guys, welcome to Penny Morgan Stay Body Positive. Today we are talking about, we are answering questions for you guys, some questions that I have recently gotten on some of the videos that I have done. So I wanted to pop on here today and share some of those questions and answer those for you. Let's jump into this. If you are new to my channel, I help you live more positively through law of attraction and also anti-aging and healthy living tips. Now, that being said, I've got some new things going on in my life, and that is I'm downsizing my life from about 1,300 square foot to about less than 400 square foot. So stay tuned, because I'm going to be bringing my minimalist lifestyle videos to you as well. And so be sure you click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of those videos. But also, your comments are huge, and that's part of the reason why I'm sharing some things with you guys today is your comments and questions. So they really do help me make better content that you guys want to see. So I'm going to share my screen here really quickly and see if I can pull up a couple of the comments that I've recently gotten. So one second here. We will start with this one. Just minimize this. Oh, hopefully you guys can see that. So this first comment comes from one of the collagen videos, and this one is, how much do you take daily? I've seen ranges from 50 grams, from 10 to 50 grams. I'm an active 50-year-old man. That's excellent. Love people that are older. I'm 54 this year, so yeah, it's crazy. I love people that continue to be active in their lifestyle. The answer to that question is really, guys, you need to do what's recommended on the product you're taking. Every product is going to be different, so I highly recommend that you utilize the information that's on the product bottle. And that's the best advice that I can give you for that. Now, please do keep in mind that I'm not a physician, so I always recommend, before you start any new health regimen, that you have a discussion with your physician familiar with your case, and also if you can find one that's familiar with supplements and natural alternative strategies, that's going to be really helpful as well. So but that way they can advise you much better. So let's take a look at the next comment here, or question. And this one is going to be, this comes from Lewis. And he says, thank you for the video. It's been 2 weeks since I ordered the sports collagen from Amazon for me and my mother. You're absolutely right. We sleep better. That's one of the great benefits that I've noticed about collagen, is that you do sleep. It does actually help me, help improve my sleep. And so it says here that skin is looking better, glowing, anxiety levels have dropped. That's a great one. We take it before bedtime and getting to sleep. I take it for joint pain for an injury a few years ago. That's great. I take collagen a lot for the joint pain, and because I work out so much, and my lifestyle is just so crazy because I travel and I'm here and there and everywhere. But my morning starts at 5 a.m. with a workout routine. So, and collagen is such a big, huge part of my routine. There's other reasons that I take collagen. Collagen is and we'll get into this more with some of the other questions, but it's can also act as a meal replacement for you because it is a protein, and I talked about that in one of the videos that I just released, and it has a recipe in it. So make sure you check out that video as well too. And that one is Stop Cravings and Snacking. I'll link these up in the description once we finish this today. All right, so his question is, how often do you take it? I just take the collagen once a day. Now, you can take it twice a day if you wanted to. Again, as a meal replacement, he said, do you just take it in the morning with your coffee? Yes, I do. And 1 scoop or 2. I'll make a double batch, but I don't generally drink the double batch. I'll have half of it and save it in the fridge for the next day. And because I use collagen gelatin, it's going to set up really nicely, and I'll eat it like a Jello the next day. It's super awesome for the hot summer days that we're getting ready to get into. So yeah, and then let's see, he says we take 1 scoop at night with room temperature water because it does get clumpy in cold water, and that depends on the brand you're taking. The more finely hydrolyzed the collagen is, it seems to clump less. Vital Proteins is one of those. I know it's a little bit expensive. I like the Zen Principles gelatin because it's actually less expensive, and it does set up better because it's a gelatin, and that's going to help coat the intestines, and that's by coating the intestines you're getting that absorption as well there. So the theory behind hydrolyzed collagen peptides is that it's going to absorb faster and better and be better utilized by the body. I'm not sure. There's still a lot of information to come for collagen, but as far as how fast does it get into the tissues just because it's hydrolyzed, I've not seen a lot of studies that actually show where they've been able to measure that to see how well and how fast it gets into the tissues just because it's hydrolyzed and it gets into the system better. If you've got collagen gelatin and it'll coat the intestines, it's going to be absorbed through the intestines as well too and get into the system also. It just is a slower process, so that's just kind of something to keep in mind. So let's take a look at the next one. The next one is this one is from Lady Dja 78. Hey Penny, I used to take collagen liquid and I put on a lot of weight. Will this make me put on weight? I take them before sleep with vitamin C. Vitamin C has been found to be, and this is in one of my other videos, why collagen won't work for you. And that video is about the fact that you may be doing things that's contradictory to taking collagen. It's almost like if you're going to continue these habits, then you may not want to continue taking collagen. So that's what that video is about, and why collagen won't work and why you may be wasting your money. Vitamin C, I talk about in that video. Vitamin C is a collagen booster, and it can help to boost the effects of collagen. So I take vitamin C regardless, and I've been taking vitamin C for a long time for a lot of benefits. One is the eye benefits, and I need to make a video on the eyes for you guys because I have so many eye issues. But will collagen help make you put on weight? That is a very good possibility that collagen can make you put on weight, especially if you're taking it and you're not using it as a meal replacement. one of the huge benefits, and I talked about this in the last video I just did, one of the huge benefits of collagen is that it is a protein, and you can use it as a meal replacement to help you lose weight and to help curb cravings. But you don't want to take it with your meals. So don't eat a full breakfast and then have collagen and all these wonderful fats that I talk about, like the coconut oil and the butter, in your coffee. That's just adding calories on top of calories. So it's going to, unless you're burning those calories, because weight loss is simple math, calories in versus calories out. And unless you're burning those calories, then yes, it can make you gain weight. If you're taking it 2 or 3 times a day and before you go to bed, and you're not exercising and you're eating your meals throughout the day, yes, very, very well can make you gain weight. Great question. So let's do the next one here. All right, so the next question comes from Delora B. Me and my mother take the sports research collagen for a month now, but we notice we're having hot flashes. That's never a good thing. Are you having any hot flashes? We put it in our tea and hot chocolate. We don't like hot flashes. Okay, this is a great question. And I'm one of those very fortunate people that I don't deal with hot flashes very much. And the reason I think that I don't is because of the way that I eat and the fact that I do work out and maybe the supplements that I take as well. Keep in mind that there are foods, because we are what we eat, our foods directly impact and affect how our body feels and everything about our body. So there are foods that you take, or foods that you can eat, and supplements that you can take that will cause your hot flashes to be worse. And I personally have noticed for me that caffeine is one of those things that can make my hot flashes flare. So there's, like I said, there's other certain foods. Sugars, I have noticed, have a tendency to. This is why that I preach so much about cut sugar from your diet. And you can try adding a little cinnamon to your tea and see if maybe that will decrease the hot flashes. And but otherwise, I haven't seen that collagen directly affects the hot flashes. So look at the tea that you're drinking, possibly. Research it. Know what you're putting in your body. Think about, keep a food diary. I create journals, so I have a ton of journals, and so please check those out. They're on Amazon, and I link them up in all my videos. So start journaling your foods. Journaling is an awesome way for you to keep track of anything that's going on in your life, and it's great for perspective. So definitely start journaling what you've eaten that day and look and see when the hot flashes are worse. That's a great way to know. What gets measured gets managed, and if we don't really know, or we can't remember what we had that previous day, it's a little harder and might potentially be blaming your collagen peptides when it's not actually the collagen. Again, I just want to say that everything that I talk about in these videos is you've got to talk to your physician before you start any new healthy regimen, and not all of the products have been and statements have been evaluated by the FDA. So the products I talk about, they are not to diagnose or to prevent or to cure any disease. Here it's just simply natural alternative strategies that I have found that work for me. So I have to give you guys that. I'm sorry. All right. Next comment is Brand name. So what Harry Carson wants to know what brand name or what I use. And so I do use a mix of the vital proteins when I'm in a rush and I don't really have time to do the blooming process that needs to be done with a gelatin. And otherwise I use Zen Principles, and that is in the black container now. It used to be in a white container. You'll see that in all of my videos, and I will link that up in the video description when I finish here. So those are the two that I take, that I just kind of stick to. And this one comes from Miss Morgan JJ. Would you suggest one form over another? The powder versus the capsules versus the gummies. Gummies, I love gummies. I love gummies regardless. I'm a gummy freak. But the only thing about gummies is make sure that you're doing all natural gummies. And the reason why is gummies can have a tendency to have a lot of artificial colors in them, and artificial colors trigger so many problems with us health-wise. Everything from ADD to I mean, just that hyperactive in kids. It's just, and I've got a whole video put together on artificial colors that I need to get posted. But just watch your foods when it comes to artificial colors, and do some of your own research and look at where these colors come from. So as long as your gummies are all natural, fantastic. They are just made from gelatin, the collagen protein gelatin. That's all the gummies are. The capsules are going to be it just depends on which product you're using without seeing the label. And I read labels on everything. So just read your labels. And the powder is just a matter of what's convenient, what works best for your lifestyle. Great question, though. And then this next question is on... Okay, so this next question is on a different video. It's not on collagen. This question is actually on the Himalayan salt lamp video that I did, and I love my Himalayan salt lamp. It, I feel like it makes the air in the room so much cleaner. When I turn it on, it smells like rain. It works like a natural ionizer, so I absolutely love that ionized smell that you get from ionizers. It does not have to be, the question was, does it have to be a lamp, or can it be a jar of Himalayan salt? So I've seen the bowls that have the salt crystals in it, and it's got the light. So it doesn't have to be a solid piece of Himalayan salt. But regardless, the light and the heat coming from the light is what creates the process from the Himalayan salt lamp. So you can't just necessarily set a bowl of Himalayan salt in your room and get the same effects. It may have some effects, but it's going to have more effects when it is actually got the light source to it that's going to trigger that reaction and release those ions. But great question. All right, next question here is going to be from Kelly Sutton. Says, I'm definitely getting 2 of these. I think she's talking about the Himalayan salt lamps. So this comes from the Himalayan salt lamps as well too. She says, I'm definitely getting 2 of these, and also by the replacement bulbs. Yeah, of course, definitely get the replacement bulbs. And she says, I would only be using this at night. And you know, the Himalayan salt lamps emit a wonderful amber color, and so they give you some color therapy as well too. But I love the lamp to be on all the time. That's just my personal preference, is having it on all the time, because I want the benefits that it gives, and I like to keep mine on all the time. All right, great question. Yeah, but definitely getting the extra bulbs is probably really smart. All right, so next question. This one comes from Stephen Yoler. I hope I pronounced that right. Did you see vital proteins used just, I did not see vital proteins used just as in, so this is from the video that I just recently did on the recipe for helping you fight cravings and snacks. And so that one he's asking, was cold water used before hot water? So he's talking about the blooming process. So yes, when it comes to blooming collagen gelatin, you are going to bloom it in the cold water first. Put the cold water in it, stir it, and for 1 minute, and then you can add your hot water. It's super quick to do, so don't get caught up in thinking this is a big ordeal. It's super easy. You just 6 ounces of cold water, scoop, stir for a minute, throw the hot water in, and our hot coffee or hot chocolate or whatever you're using, the warm liquid, and mix it and add whatever else you want to add. But do check out that recipe, and you can download that free on my website, which is staybodypositive.com under the downloads section. But the video details it out and all of the benefits and why I picked each one of those items in there, and why that I put each one of those items in my morning meal replacement every single day. So, and I usually end up sipping on it well into the day, as you can see. All right, so next question, and this one comes from Little Crafty Nook, and if you haven't checked out her channel, do check out her channel. So she does some really cool crafting cards. Her question was, actually, I think she's more of a statement. We eat the rice. She's talking about the black rice video that I did. She says, we eat the rice all the time. And she's talking about the miracle noodles that I did the video on. So the miracle noodles and the black rice, it looks like. The fact that they're soy-free is a big winner for them. Soy's huge. Soy causes, and soy is another thing, talking about hot flashes, soy is another thing that can potentially trigger hot flashes in certain people. So she says that she had a subscription on Amazon where she was ordering the noodles, and they just kept coming a little too fast. But anyway, that's awesome. Love to hear feedback from people that are using products that I talk about, because I use these products in my life. So I always love to hear that. And then let's see, the last comment here that I have for you guys. Okay, this comment actually comes in, I didn't actually show where this who posted this comment, because it was a little bit personal, and I was hesitant about showing this comment because it is such a different subject. This comment says, for 10 years, and this comes from a video that I did on universal law and why your manifesting may not be working. For 10 years, I've wanted a certain married someone who says he loves me. I have felt it happen, but it hasn't. Okay, so this is on manifesting, and she was wondering why, if she has manifested this, or she has put it out there for the universe to give her this, why they haven't given this. And this is such a common mistake that people have when it comes to manifesting and universal law. The universe isn't going to give you everything that you ask for. If it is not right for you, the universe is not going to give it to you. It is not the will of the universe for you to have this. So this is one of those things that you have to keep in mind. So you have to put out your manifestation, and you have to put it out. You have to ask for it. You have to be willing to have faith that the right thing is coming to you. All right, so you have to open your mind up to other possibilities, and you have to open your mind up to see the signs. So what I recommend and suggest on something like this is whenever you're asking for something, this is where it can potentially border on the line of belief and faith in the universe bringing you something you want and an obsession. Okay, 10 years is a long time to be asking and waiting. The universe has more than answered someone in a 10-year period when it comes to something like this. And at that point, we need to begin to ask the universe to bring me someone, and be very specific into your life that you're looking for. Put the qualities down and write them down. Journal those qualities that you're looking for. Put it out there in the universe and let the universe work for you. When you start to obsess with one specific thing, you close the universe off from being able to bring you the good things that are meant for you. So that's just a little bit on universal law, and I have a couple of videos on that. I'm doing a series on it, and it's going to take me a little bit longer to get this series done because I'm going into this transition of a minimalist lifestyle. So I'm going from this to this less than 400 square foot, so you guys are going to be riding along with me on that one. But I do have the series on universal law because I'm very passionate about universal law, and it's huge because it makes our life 360 in harmony. If it incorporates all of the things that keeps our life in harmony and balance and makes us happy. But when it comes to asking for something in the universe, first of all, you also cannot ask for something and then not be diligent about doing things to make it happen. In other words, you can't say, universe, give me the most perfect job in the world, and I want to be the CEO of a company, and I want to run it, and I want to make six figures a year, and then sit on your couch, eat snacks, and watch Netflix all day long and never do anything to make this happen. That you can't do that. So there's more than just the universal law. There are many universal laws, and they all work together. The law of attraction is just one piece, and that's what I think that a lot of people don't get. That's why I started this series on universal law and the various different laws, because they all work together. So the last one I published was the law of divine oneness. So make sure you check out that video. It's a pretty cool video. And that's the questions today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Penny Morgan. Stay body positive. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you soon.